Hello, long time no speak. It's nice to be back here speaking to you. You've just seen me doing a little bit of crochet, and the item I'm crocheting on is this lovely little shawl called the Little Fictions Shawl by Catherine Heffernan. I think I'm saying that right. In a yarn that I have dyed. This is specifically dyed for a person who really loves Luna Lovegood, and it was inspired by Luna Lovegood themes. And I like it so much, I think I might dye it up and put some in the shop. It's the bluey purpley colours of all of Luna's favourite clothes, and then these little pops of colour here are dirigible plums, like her earrings, and this colourway is called Keep Off the Dirigible Plums, which they have a dirigible plum bush outside the front door of her house, and there's a sign on it that says Keep Off the Dirigible Plums. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. This is nearly finished, it's a Christmas gift. I need to do another one, but they don't need to be too huge because they're for people of small stature, so that's fine. I'm going to do some more chatting to you in a little while, but I've just noticed that it started to rain outside again, so I'm going to pop quickly and fetch my very nearly dry washing off the line before it gets very nearly sodden again. Oh. Right, I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to come on the camera today because I've got a horrible breakout, I've got no makeup on, I look tired as hell, my roots were coming through, and I thought, I'm not going to subject anybody to that. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I go to school in the morning looking like this, I go out in public looking like this, and I'm about the realness, and actually we've got to stop doing that to ourselves. We've all got to stop saying, I look awful, I look hideous, we're ill, we're tired, we're busy working people. And sometimes we're going to look less than perfect, and actually I'm getting to the point in life where I'm okay with that now. Excuse me, I've got an itchy nose today and itchy eyes, so I'm probably going to rub my entire face repeatedly. So anyway, it's just a quick chit chat, so apologies, but not apologies for the fact that I haven't got makeup on and I'm looking a bit rough. I've had a busy weekend. It was Ivy's 10th birthday party and also Cosmo's first sleepover with beavers, and he slept over in a museum in Sheffield, which was fantastic, but I had about 3 hours sleep because I'm so worried about him. And then Ivy wanted a birthday shopping trip to Meadow Hall, and then she had a party yesterday, which was fantastic. It was a Halloween feast, hence why I've got Halloween decorations up already, but I'll probably do a tour of those at some point in the near future, but not right now. So I thought I would just have a quick chit chat about a few of my recent acquisitions and finished projects. I actually am really liking this vlogging format quite a lot, and I think that this might be the way forward for me, because when I do a sort of a formal podcast with the magazine style and I have to have all of the information ready, all of the things gathered, sometimes that can be like too much for me. And just to be able to think, oh, I'll talk to them about this sock I'm knitting, and I know the name of the pattern and the name of the yarn and this, that and the other, and I can just do that and then edit some clips together, that actually feels a lot more achievable and manageable for me. So this might be, I'm not saying I'm never going to podcast again, but it might be a way forward for me, so that I can create more content, because I'd really, really like to do Vlogmas, and I might not do it like every day. I might put a few days together if I haven't got enough footage, but yeah, I really fancy doing that. So let's see how we get on with this over the next few days. I've been really ill for months now. I've been off work for 10 months, but I am going to be returning to work this week, which is a massive relief, and seeing how I get on with that, and on a phased return. So yeah, watch this space. Hopefully I'll be able to carry on doing this a little bit more frequently and keep the pace going with the rest of life as well, but we'll see. Anyway, enough of that blather, but I just wanted to show you, I've had a basket full of things I wanted to talk about gathering dust, so I thought I'll do this now and then it can go in its rightful proper place. So the first thing was just a random spur of the moment. I saw it and I really liked it. It's King Cole Zigzag, and it says new, but I'm not sure when it was new, and I just really like the colours in this. It's called, can you see that, Tiger Lily, and it's colour 3165, King Cole Zigzag. I still really enjoy commercial yarns. I think I always will do. I love knitting socks in hand-dyed, indie-dyed yarn, but I also really enjoy socks, especially for like heavy duty wear when we go walking and things like that. I want to have socks that I know I'm not going to risk doing too much damage to, so I like these. It's quite rustic and sturdy feeling, and I really like how it knits up. It's sort of a striper, Marley variegated striping yarn, and they're quite broad stripes as far as I can remember. Okay, so that was just a one-off. Decided to treat myself to that kind of thing. And the next three things to show you are from, oh excuse me, that water's giving me hiccups now, are from Yarndale, which I went to on the Sunday and had a lovely time. Met the lovely Gemma of Gemma Bee Makes. Hello Gemma, if you're watching. It was absolutely lovely to talk to her and Lucy from Country Bumpkin. That was really nice as well. Hi Lucy, hi girls. But yes, I did do a little bit of damage. I also did some yarn muling for my friend Paula, and she actually treated me to a skein of yarn from Snuggly Stars in the Mad Christmas Party colourway, but that's going to be my Christmas Day yarn, so I've got to wait for that, so I can't show you that until the new year, but I will. The main things that I got in that then were from Dye Candy. I went to see Lindsay. I picked up a skein of catnip for killers from Lindsay for my sister who was too poorly to go, and then I saw this. I went, oh, just look at that. This is Chupacabra, which always makes me laugh because it makes me think of Puss in Boots, the film, the Antonio Banderas one with the surprised kitty. Yeah, I just, these colours, something else, just the speckles, look at that. So I'm not sure exactly what yet these will become, possibly socks, possibly not. It's just a superwash nylon super sock base, standard sock. And I've also recently got back into doing a little bit of spinning, and I'm nearly finished with the project that was on my wheel, and it was quite a big project. Haven't actually got that much spinning fibre in stash, so I decided I fancied some Dye Candy fibre as well. So this is Global Conspiracy, and I just love that mint green and pink paired with the greys. It's gorgeous. So this is a 23 micron merino. I'm not sure what the weight of that is actually, but I'm guessing 100 grams. So I'm looking forward to getting that spun. And the last thing, yarny thing I treated myself to was entirely Hannah from the Corner of Crafts fault, because I went to visit the marvellous Dusty Dimples. It was so lovely to meet her finally. And this is a skein of Nelly Pot on the DK Sparkle Merino Nylon Stellina base yarn. And Hannah knitted herself a hat in this, and every time I saw it, it made my mouth water. It reminds me of something from my childhood, but I can't quite think what it is, but the speckles are just so pretty, and the watery greeniness in the background, it's just so lovely. So they were my Yarndale spoils. Naughty, naughty, I know. Then just a couple of other things, finished objects. I can't actually remember what I was showing you last time, but anyway, these are mainly gifts, one bit for me, but these are the Hermione's Everyday Mitts, well, a variation of, sort of, I've developed it slightly for my own use, but the stitch pattern is the Hermione's Everyday stitch pattern, and the mitts pattern that's on Ravelry is really good. I think I might have changed the type of rib and the length of the wrist and things like that. So this is the purpley yarn here is some from Hannah Chromatic Yarns that she sent me last Christmas, and I've knitted Ivy a pair of mitts exactly the same as this in that yarn. And then the green is some that I dyed up for Cosmo's Christmas hat and mitts from me, and I've got so much left and I really like the way they look together, so I'll just do 2 round stripes. Oh, the light keeps going really funny in those, and I think I did these on a it's either a 3.25 or a 3.5mm circular needle. It's Chow Goose. So that's that. Then I did another pair, and these are a little commission, which I don't do very often, so this person used to think themselves very lucky. So these are, I believe they call them glittens, but they're not quite because they don't have fingers in the fingerless bit. But these are exactly the same. They're a little bit short for me because the person these are for has much smaller hands than I do. So this is this is my colourway, Fright Night, on my DK, classic DK base, which feels absolutely gorgeous. And it's that same Hermione's Everyday pattern, and then it's got the little flippy flappy bit, which I just made up as I went along, and it's got the pattern on the outside, and then the rib and the plain stocking stitch on the inside. Exactly the same spec. I think I made the sleeves slightly longer, and I want to do myself a pair of these as well because I absolutely love this yarn. So these just need a bath and then they can go off. And for that same person, a pair of Sockingtons in the glacé fruit colourway. These have got some increases, so they start off at a 72 stitch and decrease down. I said increase, I meant decrease. So decrease down to a 64 stitch. So this is on my gold, you can't see the sparkle that, oh you can, gold sparkle base, and this is the West Yorkshire Spinners in chocolate lime for the heels and the toes, and they're done on a 2.25mm Chow Goo red lace circular. So that's those. And then the last pair of, the last finished object I've got to show you is a pair of scrappy Christmas socks. Oh my goodness, these are mine, and did I enjoy making them. I enjoyed every little bit about the process, and these were the fastest socks I've ever knitted. This is a mixture of my own and other people's hand-dyed Christmas yarns and some commercial sock yarns as well. So they're going to go in my Christmas box of socks now I've shown them to you, which is growing very nicely. I do have some other half objects and finished objects to show you. I've got a pattern in the works which I just need to type up so the test knitters can get going. If any of you are watching this, I haven't forgotten. I'm just really crap. Sorry, I will get there. But then I also bought another whip to show you, which is living in this cute little craft bungalow DPN cozy, needle cozy, which matches my bag that I had for Christmas the other year. And I love the little candy canes and things on this. And this is the Woodland Wonderland yarn, and this has got a very subtle sparkle to it. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. Oh, a little bit, and it's actually bronze sparkle. And this is the yarn from the 2019 Christmas kit that my two sisters and I collaborate on every year. So as well as the yarn, you get a 2 skein project bag, DPN cozy, and mini knit kit, and progress keepers. So I will later, or in another vlog at some point, show you what that actually looks like in its entirety, but it's there on Instagram and on the Facebook page if you want to have a look at it. But I've just been knitting up a sample sock to sort of show how it knits up, and I'm really happy. And as usual, I've used the colours from the fabric that we chose to inspire the colour of the yarn, and I'm really happy with how it's coming out. Feels really lovely, really like the yarn, and it's a little bit of a different sort of colourway for me, but I'm really enjoying knitting it. So yes, that's what they are. And it's all the normal spare kits, a 2.25mm needle, Chowgoo needle, 64 stitches, and I'm doing a forethought heel and a normal wedge double decrease toe. That's all there is to say about it, really. So because I am so tired, and after such a long, busy and frenetic weekend, I'm going to go back and finish watching Jules's So Sweet Violet's latest podcast, which is lovely and so very calming, and then I'm going to see what takes my fancy next. But I'm trying to get this gift knitting nobbled. I've only got a couple more bits to do, and then I can move on to some more selfish projects. So I'll show you my progress as I go along, and now I'm going to go and chill a bit before it's time to pick the kids up from school and take them to swimming lessons. Highlight of my week, not. Anyway, TTFN, I'll speak to you later. Are you comfortable there, Bramble? I've seen you in many silly, silly places before, but I've never ever seen you get up there. What a silly place to lie. Yes, you with the little pink nose and the pretty green eyes. You're a Wally. Good evening. I'm about to get myself to bed because I'm extremely tired, but I just sort of share one or two more little things with you before I snuggle down. I'm going to go and get myself a cup of spiced orange tea with honey, and then get myself off to bed because I'm absolutely exhausted. But I talked some while ago about wanting to put myself together a Christmas box of socks, and I wanted to get a nice box. I couldn't find one at all last year, but eventually, oh, so sorry, just a couple of weeks ago I spotted this beautiful Christmas box in Matalan, of all places. So if only trouble is it's got a bit of a sticky lid out. There we go. Look, it's got a pretty swan on it. That's it. So this has my Christmas socks to date in it. So they're not all new ones. You've seen all of these socks before if you've been watching the podcast for a while. These are the evergreen socks, and that's a mixture of Pixie Yarn, which is the green, and then the variegated one is my yarn Shuntleys. These are the Fairy Light socks from West Yorkshire Spinners. Oh, I can't stop this. This is Greenlambkin Yarn in the Sugar Plum Fairy from last year. This is Christmas at Grimmauld Place by London House Yarns. These are the Hollyberry socks by West Yorkshire Spinners with the cherry drop for the heels, toes, etc. And then these ones are the London House Yarn again in the Yule Ball, and that's West Yorkshire Spinners for the heels and toes. So that's a mixture of just general Christmas socks and the Christmas Eve cast-ons. Not doing very well here on my one-handed. So I can now add my scrappy Christmas socks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs in there now. And there will be more to come. I love having festive socks. I'd like enough so that I can comfortably wear them every day and not have to rush to keep on washing socks out every day or every couple of days. So if I've got 7 in there, I've got enough to last me 1 week of December, which isn't too bad, I don't think. So that was the Christmas box of socks, and earlier on I finish my first little shawl, gift shawl, and I was going to get straight on and get this other one for another small person done, and I dyed this yarn especially for her as well. She's a very unicorny kind of a person, so that's the yarn I dyed for her. Oh, excuse me. And that's just a tiny little start I made on it while the children were having their swimming lessons earlier. So with that, I'm going to say good night and thank you very much for joining me today, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Bye!